Grand Rising. We're going to be in, this is Say Seeking from American Aborigines Unchained. And this is not your mama's Bible study, because we know that his story lies. And we're going to be in the book of Matthew, St. Matthew today. And I'm going to start with 25. And this is when the rulers conspire against Christ. Excuse me. Judas selleth him, and Christ eateth the Passover. So again, I'm saying these things in a sense where whatever is going on, I feel a lot of these texts, because I've lived through some of these things, are sometimes set up, I feel, for a snare. Always being tested and judged in a sense, which is no problem. I'm just pointing it out for what it is. And, you know, I just had a deep feeling of something to do with the crucifixion again, of Christ. You know, certain places I go, I've sensed certain energies, and I was going to go somewhere today, but the whole time it was something about it that was making me, and I usually will go there, right? But something about it was making me feel some kind of way. And again, like I told you guys, I don't know what it is, but it seems as though for some reason I can see these things. I don't know even how to explain it to you. It's like in layers, where as if, you know, a sense of like remembering, as if maybe I witnessed it or something like that at some point in time, or it's just been put on my spirit to see things in deeper layers, and experience certain things. But something happened, and it didn't happen that way. There was a deep sense of something that told me something is not right. And, you know, this is not the first time. This is an everyday, all day thing that I go through when it comes to this text. You know, and sometimes it makes me want to just put it down, but and kind of, you know, even though I can see it for what it is, but I guess the need of to know things, or even being curious is a burden, some kind of thing for me. And I think it's just a spiritual, maybe it's just even letting me see these things to teach me something. So again, I'm here to share these things with you and to connect with other people that may be going through things like this and have no one to speak with. So really, it may look like it is an act of exalting yourself or turning the scripture to, but actually it is something as like speaking as a witness of things that have come, will come, and are happening. And so, apologies. So again, I'm reading this text to reveal or unravel something here. And again, you know, I feel as though through spirit, through energy, through frequency, through telepathy, I feel that even through technology, that there is an eye. It's almost like I tell you guys, the all-seeing eye, or that eye that's on top of the dollar bill, that just is watching, you know. In a lot of these things, when it comes to the Pharisees and things like that, it's just, to me, seems like a lot of games, you know, being played with people's lives, you know, and you may not see it in the physical, but in the spiritual realm, and it can weigh on you there. So we're just going to go ahead and read a little bit of this chapter. I don't think I want to go ahead and read the whole thing. I am going to go ahead and break it up. But those who will see, or those who can see will see, and those who can hear will hear. And it says here, it came to pass when Jesus had finished all these sayings, he said unto the disciples, ye know that after 2 days is the feast of the Passover, and the Son of Man is betrayed to be crucified. Then assembled together the chief priests and the scribes and the elders of the people unto the palace of the high priest, who was called Caiaphas is what it says here, and consulted that they might take Jesus by subtly and kill him. But they said, not on the feast day. Now, it just so happens, I mean, again, I'm not 100% when the feast day was, but, you know, today is Sunday, you know. And it says, lest there be an uproar among the people. Now, when Jesus was in Bethany, in the house of Simon the leper, there came unto him a woman having an alabaster box with very precious ointments, and poured it on his head, and he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, to what purpose is this waste? For this ointment have been sold for much and given to the poor. When Jesus understood it, he said unto them, why trouble ye the woman? For she hath wrought a good work upon me. For ye have the power always with you, but me ye have not always. For in that she hath poured the ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Verily I say unto you, whosoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also that this woman hath done be told for her a memorial of her. Then one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went in to the chief priests and said unto them, what will you give me if I will deliver him unto you? And they covenanted with him 30 pieces of silver. And from that time he sought opportunity to betray him. So again, it's almost like like I'm saying, some of the energies that have been around, again, I can never really tell. You know, I want to see good, and that's the thing, doing what the word says and wanting to do good about what so-called good as to what the word is saying. And it doesn't matter what you do. It's always going to lead to something. That is of or error. So it just makes me question some of these writings. Again, if there's something within us that should be able to detect these things, then should we not be able to speak on them? Because it's funny how I was getting given a thought of someone giving something to me. And some of these snares, I think, are things like that. And every time I turn it down because I do what I do out of the love of my creator, the ancestors in the universe. And it just seems, that even people that you break bread with or have been close to, they're all in these times want to put someone up for grabs. And it's almost just a sad thing, and the fact that, like I keep saying, that we want to make the woman some kind of way, and it's also with other people that are in this text that, again, who knows, in a negative light. And again, I say again, if the word is written and everything is going to happen that way, then whose fault is it? Would it be the fault of these people that are doing these acts in the text, or is it something that was just preordained or predestined to happen? And again, you have no control over it. So if that's the case, it makes me wonder sometimes, why do we even read it? Now, if there's power in prayer or commune with the Elohim, and then things can be changed, but it says that the word cannot be changed. So again, I look at the text as a realist. And I've come to a realization that it's just very much more confusing and more twisted than I thought. And it manifests these things in your life. And at this point in time, I feel sometimes I can't even stay away from the word, but I want to manifest good things in my life. If I'm going to be using that, I'm not going to. I feel as though I'm spending a lot of time and the suffering is coming from the text itself. Making it so that these things are realistic to me, as if I have something to do with all of these things. And this is not something that I asked for. But then you'll have certain energies that make you feel as this, oh, it's your fault. But again, did I write it? And it's just trying to get an understanding. But the more you try to get an understanding and go off of your mind's eye or the spirit, and not what the church has indoctrinated us with, there's more wrath. And then you start to see, like my earlier teachings, what we're really talking about when we're talking about this text. And it's seeming very confusing. And I think that that's why they keep us indoctrinated in those particular types of churches. Because once you see this for what it is, it's a wake-up call. And once you see the truth, it brings woe on your everyday life. We're going to skip down to 24. The Son of Man goeth as it is written of him, but woe unto the man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It had been good for that man if he had not been born. And then a lot of these things I see like resistance there. Like I don't know if I'm feeling the energy of those who this is written about, or if, like I said, some kind of way I'm some kind of witness to these things in different times. But I can hear the souls crying out, that's not how. It's the same thing when these things are happening to me right now, and it's making it seem as though this happened, but it really didn't. And you want to pray about it, or you want to say, hey, hold on a minute. That's not how it went. The book will be telling you that the person did this and they actually failed the test, right? Or the trial, right? But in all actuality, if we're talking about when we're going through these trials and tribulations, it'll be as if you're going through that right now and you didn't do it that way. You actually avoided the snare. You may have been about to put your foot right into it, but you removed it. Something inside of you told you to take it back. And then you'll have energy still coming on to you saying, oh yeah, no, 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 no. That's what it was. No, no, no. See, and that's the thing. Making words are powerful, and you can be unknowingly making or setting up things for yourself that you don't realize when you're reading this text. And I don't know if that's just you, or I'll just say that it seems like that when it's me. And I don't know how anyone else feels about it, but I guess I'll be the one to, say it, anyway, there's no, what? It is what it is. Because it's going to make it out, the book is going to make the criminals out to be the criminals. Okay? And those who do particular acts are the ones that are charging others with these acts as they do them themselves, but then they will put you out on blast. Right? And turn everything about you and turn the eye towards you so we can't see what else is going on in the world. And when I'm saying you, that's the everyday common people. Even those in elevated statuses that may not be aware. And again, I can't tell you I know exactly how this works, but there's something not right in my regular life and with this text. It just doesn't feel right to me about how people are being done here. And if there's a voice, I want to be that voice today to bring awareness to it. Since it seems with social media and things that so many people have an eye in or an ear in anyhow, let's start setting the record straight. Because again, those who have eyes to see will see, and ears to hear will hear, without me going into detail what it is. And as they were eating, Jesus took bread and blessed it and brake it and gave it to the disciples and said, take, eat. Now again, this could be literal bread, but it can also be the word. Okay? This is my body. And he took the cup and gave thanks and gave it to them, saying, drink ye all of it, for this is my blood in the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of sins. But I say unto you, I will not drink hence of this fruit of the vine until the day when I drink it new with you in the Father's kingdom. So again, maybe this is talking about, being in another dimension, or even it may be talking about an elevated status mentally, or, in your ascension. And when they had sung a hymn, they went out into the Mount of Olives. Then said Jesus unto them, all ye shall be offended because of me this night. And it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock shall be scattered abroad. But after I am risen again, I will go before you in Galilee. Peter answered and said unto him, though all men shall be offended because of thee, yet will I never be offended. Jesus said unto him, verily I say unto thee, that this night before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice. Peter said unto him, though I should die with thee, yet will I not deny thee. Likewise also said all the disciples. Sit ye here while I go and pray. And he took with him Peter, and the two sons of Zebedee, and began to be sorrowful and very heavy. And I'm not going to read the rest. But you can if you would like. Because I guess I may not be a Christian because I don't agree. And maybe that's why Christ was crucified. Just like any other leader that has come and woke to the occasion. Because they thought they were doing something good and they were being used by principalities. And there was a downward spiral. Shortly, within a year or two with Martin, with X, there's a time when they become too powerful and they have to go. And it's usually in the 30s. And so I'm just feeling, because the energy and because, you dedicate yourself to trying to find out what is broken. And how do we fix it? And I am someone that took the charge to try to help people see. And this very same thing is the thing that tried to take me down. But I won't go. There's a deeper calling. Not this one. And it will be looked at as a betrayal. And many will pick up their stones and cast them. But I know who I am. And those who have walked with me know